So to find ebooks from the library's homepage, we're just going to click on the search button here first, and that will bring us through to the main Summon search engine. Now we know that Summon searches all library resources, so we'll need to filter our search results to show ebooks only. So first I'm just going to run a basic search, and you can use the advanced search function as well if you want to here. So I'll just do a basic search like that, and click on the search icon. So this is basically giving us access to every kind of information type, and we'll see all the content types here. So in order to filter this to show only ebooks, I'm going to select full text online and then book or ebook down here, and then that's giving us access then to all of the ebooks that are currently available on the MIC catalog. Once you've located an item that you'd like to read, you access the book by simply clicking on the title. So if you're off campus, you will have to put in your username and password. Remembering for undergraduate students, your username is just going to be your student number. If you're a postgraduate student, then it should be your first name and last name. Okay, so that will then bring me through to the page where I can access the ebook. So it's important to note that books are not the same as physical books, or ebooks are not the same as physical books. So instead of buying a physical book, the library buys a license for an ebook. And some licenses allow unlimited users at the same time, whereas other licenses will only allow a small number of students to access the book at the same time. So if a book has limited access and is currently on loan, you'll be allowed to preview the book for a few minutes, after which time you'll be asked to join a queue. So you'll give your email address, and then the system will email you when the book is available for you to read. Now, if you're given a preview of a book, because it's out on loan, you can still download up to a chapter of that book to start reading immediately. And a lot of the time, a lot of ebooks, a lecturer might only subscribe you a chapter to read. So it's a very good idea to go in, to download that chapter, and then continue reading. Even if you want to read more than a chapter, if the book is currently out on loan, you can download the first chapter, you can start working on that, and then by the time you finish that chapter, it's more likely that the book will then be available for you to go and read online if you like. So most people do prefer to read the book online. So in order to do that, you just click the read online option. The reason why they prefer to read online is because it gives you more options and functionality reading online as opposed to reading to PDFs. PDFs are normally locked for editing. So to read online, some of the features, you can go to the table of contents and just flick through the table of contents. The search option allows you to search for specific keywords. So if I search for primary, it'll bring up every reference or every time that word primary is used in the book. And then you can also add notes. So if you add a note, so I'll just put in a test note here. So it will save the page that you've added the note to. And then at the end, when you're finished taking all your notes, you can export the notes as a text file, and then from there you can copy them into your Word document. So it's really good for instead of having to type out quotations, you can just copy paste all your quotations, which is a big time saver. If you have read the same book previously, you can also import a text file, so you can import notes that you used and then continue to work on those notes as you continue reading. If you're using a reference software manager like EndNote, you can download the citation directly into your EndNote library. If you do want to find out more about EndNote, you can check out our subject guide on EndNote Web, which is free for all students to use. And finally, if you want to copy a specific part of a text or an entire page, you can do that. So as I said, if you want to use a quotation, you can highlight the section of the text that you want, It copies it there. So from there you can just highlight everything and press Control C, and then you can go to your notes. So I'll just use this test note and I'll copy. Oh, okay, we'll copy the note in there. So again, if I wanted that as a quotation, it saves me typing out all of that into a Word document. I'll save and close it. So that's saved now for me to export when I'm finished reading. And finally, you can print within copyright limits. So this is a short book, so it will allow me to print up to 28 pages. And that should cover just about one chapter of this book. So I'll close that now, or you can alternatively download the book. Loan periods on downloads are 1 day, so after a day the book will disappear from your computer, but you can borrow it as many times as you like. So that's just a quick overview of how to read books online and some of the features of being able to read them online. Again, most people do prefer to read online as opposed to downloading them, simply because you have all these extra features that you won't be able to access in a PDF version of the book. So you can also download a book to read it offline. It's from the main ebook page. If you click on download ebook, so you'll notice that the loan periods for ebooks are either 1 or 2 days. And that means that the book will stay on your device for that period of time and then will be automatically deleted once the due date expires. In order to read ebooks on your device, you will need to download Adobe Digital Editions. So if you select Adobe Digital Editions here after you've downloaded, of course, so this is just telling the system here which file format to give you the ebook in. So you just select Digital Editions, you can click on download, and then you'll see it will tell you your due date, and it will also download that to your downloads folder for you to read. Okay, so we've mentioned previously that if you're only allowed to preview the book because it's already out on loan, you can download sections of the book to read while you're waiting in the queue. So in order to do that, you'll click on print. Now it's only telling me that I'm allowed 10 pages because I've already downloaded some of this book already to test it. So it will tell you the number of pages. It's typically enough to get 1 to 2 chapters of the book downloaded. So if you click on the preview link, and then from there you click on print, and that will open up your print dialog window. So instead of it defaulting to send it to a printer, you can actually just save it as a PDF, or you can save it to Google Drive and click on save, and then that will save then to your downloads folder on your PC. So then you'll have that item to read as you're waiting in the queue